Tying handkerchiefs over their noses, the boys hurried forward. A minute later, they reached a clearing, circled by flames. And in the middle of the ring of fire, a man lay unconscious. "It's Old Scratch," Joe cried out. And instantly he and Frank leaped over the singeing flames toward the helpless man. And that, my son, is where we leave off for tonight.
Pretty, please. Can we do another chapter? Pretty, please. Pretty, please.
All right. One more chapter, and then it's lights out and time for bed, right?
Okay.
All right. One more chapter. Wait, Joe exclaimed. We need to follow those villains. So he and Frank jumped into a jalopy with their friend Chet and drove straight over the cliff, and they were all eaten by sharks. The end.
Is that really how it ends, Dad?
No, not really. But it's time for Record Journal Athletes of the Week. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may happen to be tuning in. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal, and welcome to Week 8 of the Record Journal Athletes of the Week. We're bringing you our final slate of candidates, as well as our Week 7 winners. Let's get right to it. Our boys' winner from Maloney High School. He is their quarterback. He is Angel Arce. Shawnee.
All right, this is Sean Krupsik here. We're at SEPA Field, and we're with our male athlete of the week, and it's Maloney sophomore Angel Arce. Angel, congratulations on being athlete of the week.
Thank you.
Yes. What does it mean to you to be honored?
It means a lot. It just shows how much hard work I put in the off season.
Yeah. Tell us about yourself as a quarterback.
I matured a lot from last year. I'm becoming more of a leader and speaking more and being more vocal.
So the last 2 weeks, heading into last week, you had 5 touchdowns a game to tie the Maloney record. What was that like?
It was great.
Yeah.
I just hope one of these games I could break it this season.
Yeah. So what's it been like, playing with this team this year and taking over as the starting quarterback?
It's been good. I had a good group of guys around me, especially the O-line. They've been helping me out, and my receivers too.
So what do you think your biggest strength is as a quarterback?
My biggest strength, probably decision making and ball placement.
So what does it feel like to throw a touchdown?
It feels really good. It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah, and you have what would you say your best throw all year was? Was there one that stuck out?
The last play we had on offense against Newington to Quanell.
Yep. Yeah, tell us about that play.
It was crazy because Coach Fred called it, and he said watch the post, and I saw the wheel open up, so I took my shot and Quanell came in.
Yeah. What's the celebration like after you guys throw a touchdown?
It's good.
Yeah.
Because we all go crazy in the end zone.
Yeah. What do you jump in the lineman's arms, or is that we all just celebrate together?
We all celebrate together.
Yeah. So you guys are 6-1 now.
Yeah.
How good can this team be the last 3 games of the year?
Really good. I'm expecting a lot.
Yes.
I hope we make the state championship.
Yeah. You guys feel. What do you feel the biggest strength is this year of the team?
The offense, because we're very explosive.
All right. Perfect. Angel, thank you for your time today.
You're welcome.
All right. Great job.
Angel, thank you for taking time to speak with Shawnee and Aaron on Monday. The Spartans getting ready for a big one this Friday up in Weathersfield. That is a big game. Of course, Angel and the Spartans bounced back from their loss in Newington to rout Hartford Public on Friday. Big one this Friday night in Weathersfield. 2 teams, 6-1. Angel and the boys, good luck to you there on Friday night. Our girls winner from Week 7. She is from, where else, Aaron? Where else? Because you feel like you've been living there this year, haven't you? Of course, Lyman Hall High School. She is from the volleyball team, Miss Gianna Scapetto.
All right, this is Sean Krupsik, and we are here at Lyman Hall High School. Yet again, we have another Lyman Hall winner for Athlete of the Week, and it's Lyman Hall Junior, Gianna Scapetto. Gianna, congratulations on being Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what does it mean to you to get all these votes?
I mean, I didn't think I would win at the first place, but it feels really good to win because I've worked really hard and it's paying off.
So you were a setter on the team. You guys had off to a pretty bad start, but then you finished so strong. Tell us about that turnaround you guys had.
I think we really gelled and got together as a team and finally said to ourselves, okay, we need to start actually doing well. And I think we just picked it up and good things started to happen from that.
What's the key to being a really good setter?
It's just knowing where your hitters are on the court and who's hot, who's cold, and just knowing everyone's like where they are and just being the captain of the court.
What's your favorite type of set to do?
I like to set ones to our middles because I feel like that's their strongest suit, and threes. And it's just quick, so the other team doesn't know what's coming. So we get all excited so it's, yeah.
So how would you describe yourself as a player?
As a player, I think I started off playing volleyball not very confident at all. But I think after this season, I'm starting to really grow as like confidence-wise and just being like a good teammate. So
now you're getting ready for softball?
yes, winter training and all that.
So so what are you gonna do? Tell your family, everyone that voted for you. What do you want to say to everyone out there?
Just that their votes mattered and it's a great outcome.
Awesome. Congratulations. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Gianna, thank you very, very much for taking time to speak with Shawnee and Aaron the other day. You know, Aaron, I think we should probably set up a permanent shooting location there at Lyman Hall because this season, I think we had Lyman Hall win about, 962 times? Gotta say, Lyman Hall, you guys get the gold star this season. You really supported your kids. Multiple winners from Lyman Hall. That said, there are no nominees here in Week 8 from Lyman Hall. Sorry about that, Trojans, but you certainly had your share of winners. You know who's well represented this week? Gotta say, the other side of Wallingford. Sheehan High School. We're going to start with the girls. We're going to start in the swimming pool with this young lady. We've been following her all season, and she had a good meet against Lyman Hall. She is, and she's only a sophomore, Miss Layla Sofian. Layla winning the 200, the 500, and also swimming a leg on a winning relay. Great meet between Lyman Hall and Sheehan. Came down to the last event, 400 freestyle relay. Lyman Hall wins. Big day, though, for Miss Sofian. Congratulations, Layla. Layla. Got me on my bike seat here saying your girls nominee #1 here in Week 8. Our second girls nominee. She is from Platt High School, another girl we've been watching pretty much from Week 1. She is Miss Jasmine Hudson. Jasmine, what kind of jazz she been laying down this season? Quite well. You know, she's got 133 kills on the season as Platt goes into the Class L state tournament. And Jasmine and the Panthers finished up nice last week. They beat Middletown and they beat Maloney. Jasmine had a big night against Middletown, 5 aces, 7 kills. Came back 2 nights later and in the Maloney match had 9 kills, 5 more aces and 11 digs. It's really what Jasmine's been doing all season long for Coach Lou Giannakopoulos. We wish her and the Panthers well as they go into the Class L tournament. For now, Jasmine Hudson, girls nominee #2 here in Week 8. Okay, that leaves one final girls nominee. Who are we going to go with, Aaron? Who should we go with? I had you shoot so many girls this past week. I know. But here's one I didn't have you shoot because our man Greg Lederer came through for us. Greggy, the lead man. I said, Greg, we need some field hockey selections because there was a good SEC quarterfinal game down in hand. And this is the girl to go with from Cheshire. She is Miss Sophie Vatz. She's a junior and she really stepped into the scoring void left behind by the departure of so many seniors from last year's class. Sophie, with a team-high 14 goals. She had 2 against Hand in that quarterfinal that wound up going to penalty strokes. Daniel Hand did win. But the Cheshire Rams have been coming on very, very strong. They're a young team this year, and as the season's gone on, they've gotten better. Part of the reason for that, Miss Sophie Vatz, girls nominee #3 here in Week 8. All right, I got to pick up the pace a little bit, Aaron, riding my wife's bike here. It's a rainy day today, so we got to get our chops in somewhere. I got to say, while we're at halftime here, you know, last week, Aaron, we were doing the basketball thing. I kept saying it was the Week 8 show, and it was really the Week 7 show. Oh, my math was a little off. My math is good for our 3 final boys nominees. We're going to start over at Southington High School on the football field. Yeah, I know. We just had Brady Lafferty last week from the Blue Knights. I know, but get this. Southington football, they are playing really well again. Back in the top 10, really where they belong. Certainly they're one of the state's better teams. And they had a big matchup the other night against Simsbury. Simsbury comes in 6-zip, off to its best start since 2002, which seems eons ago. Good Simsbury team comes in. Southington wins 35-7. And the catalyst, good defense, but also the receiving of this young man, Jack McManus. Captain Jack McManus. Now, he's primarily a defensive guy, but Southington was down a receiver, so Jack's getting a lot of looks at receiver, and he catches 7 balls for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, and the biggest one was at the end of the first half. As time expired, he caught a short pass over the middle, broke a bunch of tackles, and dragged the guy into the end zone, basically because he knew he had to. He could hear the horn going off. If he's dropped before the goal line, that's it. Boof. Jack gets in, and Southington goes on to a 35-7 win. Hey, Jack, what a game for you that night. And what a season the Blue Knights are in. Coach Mike Drury and the boys, 6-1, going into this week's action. For now, Jack McManus, boys nominee number 1, here in week 8. All right, now we go over to the soccer field. We got 2 soccer kids. One dates back to last Wednesday, rivalry match down in Wallingford. Lyman Hall and Sheehan. And this young man scores a goal 8 minutes in, and then he kept scoring and scoring and scoring. He is Noah Becker. Sheehan boys soccer scored 4 goals as he and the Titans defeated Lyman Hall 5-1. Noah scored the first 4, and then he assisted on the 5th one. Big season for Noah. He's been coming on strong. 11 goals, 6 assists as he and the Titans go into the Class M State Tournament. We wish you guys well. Noah Becker, boys nominee number 2 in week 8. Third and final nominee. Aaron, we saved this one for Monday night, right? We said best guy on the field at Falcon Field Monday, Maloney Platt is going to be that boy's nominee. And he is Zechariah Smith. And actually, Zechariah, he's been doing it all season for the Spartans. He scored the game's only goal in a 1-zip win for Maloney that gets the Spartans back in the Class L tournament. Of course, last year, Zechariah and the Spartans made that dramatic run to the Class L state final. And this came after a pretty shaky regular season. Got to say, it's kind of a replay of that. Spartans going into their finale against Platt, they had not clinched the berth. They had to win on Monday. Zechariah Smith scores. Maloney wins. They're going back to the Class L tournament as they've proven, hey, Cinderella can have her moment. And there you have it. 6 up, 6 down, the final 6 of the fall season. When you see this, it's Wednesday, it's 6. I'll still be riding my bike, but it's time for you to go online and vote in myrecordjournal.com/sports. Wednesday through midnight Sunday. We'll bring you next week's winner. It'll be a last show of the fall season. We'll take a 2-month break because we got to do all Record Journal teams, right, Aaron? We're ready to go for those. For now, I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the American Record Journal. I want to make and thank my son, young little Danny Joseph Carpenter, for being my co-star this week. And of course, Aaron, we have to give a shout out to the late, great Michael O'Donoghue for his Least Loved Bedtime Stories, which obviously inspired our cold opening. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you watching every week and voting for the kids. It's been a great fall season. Looking forward to the state tournament. Let's ride!